The final whistle had barely faded when rugby fans around the world began celebrating yet another impressive Springbok victory. From the outside, it looked like a performance everyone had seen before. Powerful carries, rock-solid defense, tactical kicking, and ruthless finishing. England had battled bravely, but once again, South Africa found a way to stay in control when it mattered most. Yet beyond the scoreboard, another story was beginning to capture the attention of the rugby world. It wasn't about the points, the tries, or the final result. Instead, it centered on one fascinating question. Has the Springbok style of rugby truly changed, or are they simply convincing everyone that it has? That debate gained serious momentum after legendary former All Blacks head coach Sir Steve Hansen shared his thoughts on Rassie Erasmus and his world champion squad. While many supporters believe South Africa has transformed into a faster, more attacking side since Tony Brown joined the coaching group, Sir Steve Hansen sees things differently. In his opinion, the Springboks may appear more adventurous with the ball, but their true identity has remained exactly the same. Their success, he believes, is still built on physical dominance, tactical intelligence, relentless pressure, and an unmatched commitment to doing the basics better than anyone else. It's easy to understand why many fans believe South Africa has evolved. Since lifting the Rugby World Cup, the Springboks have played with greater confidence in attack. Their backs have received more opportunities to express themselves, support lines have become sharper, and the team has scored some spectacular tries that weren't always associated with South African rugby in previous years. Under the guidance of Tony Brown, there is no doubt the attack has become more creative, and many opponents have struggled to predict where the next scoring opportunity will come from. But according to Sir Steve Hansen, those exciting attacking moments only tell part of the story. He believes every successful attacking move still begins with something much less glamorous. It starts with winning territory. It starts with dominating collisions. It starts with forcing mistakes through relentless pressure. Before South Africa launches an exciting attack, they first make sure their opponents are exhausted, frustrated, and constantly retreating. Only then do they unleash the speed and skill that have become increasingly visible over the past year. That is exactly what happened against England. The Springboks didn't chase miracle plays or unnecessary risks. They remained patient, trusted their system, kicked intelligently, defended with incredible discipline, and waited for England to crack under pressure. Every mistake was punished, every loose kick was challenged, and every aerial contest became another opportunity to squeeze the life out of England's attack. It wasn't flashy every minute of the game, but it was incredibly effective. For Sir Steve Hansen, that's no coincidence. He explained that every international team already knows what South Africa wants to do. Everyone expects accurate tactical kicking. Everyone knows the Springboks will challenge every high ball. Every team prepares for the brutal physical battle at the breakdown and in open play. Yet despite knowing exactly what is coming, very few teams have consistently found a way to stop it. That is what separates great teams from legendary ones. The Springboks don't rely on surprise. They rely on perfection. Their systems are rehearsed endlessly until every player understands their role. Every kick serves a purpose. Every tackle sends a message. Every defensive set slowly increases the pressure until opponents begin making mistakes they normally wouldn't make. According to Sir Steve Hansen, the biggest mistake many teams make is trying to beat South Africa by becoming even more physical. Coaches often tell their players to hit harder, run straighter, and match the Springboks collision for collision. But in reality, that approach often plays directly into South Africa's hands. Instead, he believes opponents need to play smarter. Rather than charging directly into powerful defenders, teams should attack with clever footwork, sharp angles, and constant movement. Quick passes before contact, intelligent support running, and fast recycling of possession can force the Springboks to defend in situations they are less comfortable with. The objective isn't to overpower South Africa physically. It's to deny them the kind of contest they enjoy most. Reflecting on his own experiences coaching New Zealand, Sir Steve Hansen explained that the All Blacks often enjoyed success when they resisted the temptation to fight strength with strength. Instead, they focused on speed, agility, and decision-making. By making defenders hesitate with clever footwork and rapid ball movement, they gradually reduced South Africa's ability to dominate collisions. Once frustration started creeping into the Springbok defense, opportunities slowly began to appear. Of course, saying it is much easier than doing it. Very few international teams possess the skill, fitness, and confidence required to maintain that level of intensity for a full 80 minutes. Even when opponents manage to survive the opening stages, another challenge quickly arrives. South Africa's incredible squad depth means fresh, world-class players continue entering the match from the bench without reducing the team's physical intensity. That depth has become one of Rassie Erasmus' greatest strengths. While other teams often weaken after making substitutions, the Springboks somehow become even stronger. Powerful forwards arrive full of energy, experienced backs continue executing the game plan with precision, and the pressure never disappears. It is one of the biggest reasons why South Africa remains such a difficult team to defeat, particularly during the closing stages of test matches. Former Wallabies coach Ewan McKenzie shares many of Sir Steve Hansen's opinions. He believes the secret to challenging the Springboks lies in keeping possession for long periods instead of constantly kicking the ball away. Quick tap penalties, fast restarts, and continuous attacking phases can force South Africa to spend more time defending than attacking. If opponents can increase the pace of the match while maintaining possession, they may eventually create opportunities that rarely appear during a slower contest. Many believe France could be one of the few nations capable of executing that strategy. With explosive runners, creative playmakers, and confidence to attack from almost anywhere on the field, France possesses the variety needed to ask difficult questions of the Springbok defense. However, having the right players is only half the battle. Delivering that game plan under enormous pressure against the world's best team is an entirely different challenge. One quality continues to separate South Africa from almost every other nation. They never panic. Whether leading comfortably or defending a narrow advantage, the Springboks remain remarkably calm. Their players trust the system created by Rassie Erasmus, believe in one another, and rarely force unnecessary risks. Every decision appears calculated. Every phase has purpose. Even when momentum swings briefly toward the opposition, South Africa patiently waits for another opportunity to regain control. That mentality has become one of the defining characteristics of this Springbok generation. Perhaps Rassie Erasmus' greatest achievement hasn't been changing South Africa's playing style completely. Instead, it has been adding new attacking weapons without abandoning the identity that brought the nation multiple World Cups. The Springboks have evolved, but they have never forgotten who they are. Their physicality remains world-class. Their kicking game remains among the best in international rugby. Their defense continues to frustrate even the strongest attacking teams. The difference now is that they can also punish opponents with greater speed, creativity, and attacking flair whenever opportunities appear. This is exactly why Sir Steve Hansen's comments have sparked such widespread discussion. He isn't suggesting the Springboks cannot play exciting rugby. Quite the opposite. He simply believes that their exciting attack only succeeds because it is built on an incredibly strong foundation. Remove the dominant defense, the intelligent kicking game, and the physical control of the contest, and many of those spectacular attacking moments become much harder to create. As international rugby continues to evolve, every major nation is searching for the perfect balance between structure and creativity. Some teams prioritize speed above everything else. Others continue relying on traditional forward dominance. South Africa appears to have discovered a formula that combines both approaches while staying true to the identity that has made them world champions. Whether Sir Steve Hansen is completely correct remains open for debate. What cannot be argued is the remarkable consistency of Rassie Erasmus and his Springbok team. They continue collecting victories, continue adapting without losing their identity, and continue setting the standard for the rest of the rugby world. The biggest question now is whether another nation can finally solve the Springbok puzzle. Can a team successfully deny South Africa the physical battle they enjoy while maintaining enough discipline to survive 80 relentless minutes? Or will Rassie Erasmus, his coaching staff, and his remarkable squad once again prove that the smartest rugby isn't always the flashiest rugby? The answer may arrive in the biggest test matches still to come this season, and rugby fans across the world will be watching every minute, eager to discover whether the champions can stay one step ahead of everyone chasing them.